Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Stealing from the Greats, a daily segment where I break down and celebrate small but great subscription brands to see what do's and don'ts we can learn to improve our own subscription websites and to prove that you don't have to be big to be great. Now, today we're looking at Laird Superfood. Laird Superfood tells you that you'll be a force of nature if you just have this one small nutritional scoop. I really like that. Now, as always, I'm going to look at three big drivers for a good subscription sign-up, which is the brand driver, the product driver, and the trust and subscription driver. Now, Laird Superfood has two ways to subscribe to their product. One, through a product upsell of Subscribe and Save program through a regular product search, but also a dedicated subscription landing page on their site. Generally, I'm a bigger fan of relying more on the main purchase flow. Again, customers don't want to buy a subscription. They want to buy a product that gets them a result, and they might want to get it on a recurring basis if it comes with enough pros versus cons. Now, let's take a look at the three big pieces. The brand first. So, Laird Superfood. Started by a really cool dude, Laird Hamilton, one of the greatest big wave surfers of all time. That's a cool rabbit hole to go down if you want to. What I really like is, first of all, they have a brand, and they have a powerful brand, and they call you to be a force of nature. And how do you get there is with one functional nutrition in one small scoop. So it's kind of athletic greens, but with an alternative take. I do really like that they have actually Laird himself over here on the right-hand side. I've seen a lot more brands use Tolstoy. Basically, they call it a shoppable quiz, but in reality, it's a product discovery. They give you questions and answers from owners, basically in a real interaction with the owner. We've seen people increase conversions just by simply having this thing and putting a name and a face behind the brand. So, big fan of this. Now, one thing that I would love to improve on a lot of these positioning statements is be a force of nature. To me, I wish it was a little clearer about what they do. So, functional nutrition to become a force of nature, or functional nutrition for those who want to become a force of nature. Something like that would be a little clearer. Again, what do you do and who are you for? But generally, they pretty much nail it. Now let's talk about product-specific pieces here. And right underneath, they nail both product and trust drivers. They have their review count right underneath to verify their claims, make every single statement about being a force of nature and being super cool nutrition that much more powerful, because now we know that 12,000 reviews is a good review count. Also, this brand is built on Shopify and Recharge. So, for any of you who are using those tools. Now, superfoods to fuel your day. I see daily greens, I see superfood creamer, instant latte, so it's kind of this selection of different things. So daily greens is very much a jab at athletic greens, I think. Superfood creamer, it's kind of like, I'm guessing, well, obviously a coffee creamer, but it depends on sweetened creamer plus adaptogens. So adaptogenic ingredients, nothing artificial, fats we love, supports energy. So it's an interesting kind of combo of a new ways of dealing with, and when I say new age, with all the possible respect, there's a lot of great cool ways to use mushrooms and all sorts of microdosing and whatever. It's cool. There's ways that people are figuring out how to do health these days that is really cool and effective. Voila. But anyway, so I'm not seeing a clear competitive advantage to anybody else yet, but I do like that they're telling me about the product drivers. They're breaking down the variance in the variability in the product line, but also telling me that there's a lot to explore, but also driving the value of what's in the products. So that's good. Then we have a little more, again, trust. So Laird Hamilton, Gabby Reese, their husband and wife duo, super big health and fitness influencers. It's it all started with a cup of coffee, so this is a little bit about them and their brand, and how it all kind of came together. I really like this. This is a really good personal touch. And this is generally a good brand driver. So put your name and face and story behind the brand. People get more hooked in. Now, we have a subscribe and save call out here to tell you that, hey, save 20%, cool. I like this when brands are a little more proactive on their homepage to call out specifically their subscribe and save program, kind of prime you to make that decision later down the line. But also to instead of overwhelming you with all of the product information on the product page, they're kind of, again, priming you earlier about this decision. So save 20% on every shipment, plus an additional 5% on every third order. Interesting. Swap, pause, cancel anytime, free shipping on any order over $25. So kind of additional savings, 25% every third order. Very interesting, very interesting. I do think that they probably have done research to look and looked at their internal analytics and said, hey, listen, people really drop off on the third order. Maybe if we sweeten it up on the third and the sixth order, if we sweeten up the discount, perhaps we'll get a few more dollars in customer lifetime value. So, and I do like generally FAQs right on the homepage. Nothing wrong with that, especially with really complex brands that might have products that are a little difficult to understand. But generally speaking, customers have questions all the time, and your job in the conversion process is to convert healthy skeptics into buyers. So one way to figure out what you can do and what accordion questions and FAQ questions to have on your homepage, here we go, is to put a heat map on your FAQ page that is not on your main page and look at like what are the top most clicked 5 to 10 sections on that page, and then bring that all into the homepage. So they got a little more ingredient, cordyceps, chaga, coconut. I do like this hover effect and this secondary text. I do wonder if this sings a lot, how that works on mobile, but we're not going to dive too much deeply into that. So far, brand, product, it's all kind of singing along. I'm tempted to click more into the website and see what else they got. So I'm more tempted to, instead of clicking subscription at the top here, although I'll click it right here for a second. Subscribe and save today. Automatically save 20%, extra 5, free shipping on orders over $35. And the homepage, I believe it said over $25. Is that right? Yes. So interesting. Small things, you see, even massive brands sometimes miss small things here. So when I click Get Started Now, so I'm not sure where to start, take the quiz. And not really a quiz, just takes me to the product page. And that's because probably the quiz wasn't really working for them, which is really hard to do. And most brands do end up bailing on their quiz, even the big ones. Even Harry's Razors used to have a quiz. Now they decided to just let you self-serve. But I believe if I click Get Now, or Get Started Now, it'll take me to the product page, or to the collection page. You're in the club when it comes to perks, 20%, early access to new products, free $10 coupon every quarter, extra reward points, exclusive savings, every third subscription, exclusive thing, plus every fast free shipping on orders over $35. So save money, no strings attached, convenient and guaranteed. So I kind of like these pieces, like, hey, you will save money, you'll have convenience. These are pretty typical subscribe and save perks. But I wish they were displayed on the homepage, or even better, the subscribe and save program needs to be basically promoted right here on the first step of shop products. So because I'm not going to see this these subscribe and save benefits if I just go down the regular shopping path. I'm not really that interested in the subscription just yet. So I wish here in the homepage and in the banner they promoted exactly these 3 big pieces of the subscribe and save program. You save more, no strings attached, convenience guaranteed, but even better, more things around 20% more concrete, 20% savings, free coupons, points and rewards, exclusive access, all that good jazz. So when I click Get Started Now, choose your fuel, score points like 20% off. Now, this is a separate sign up, but it doesn't really feel like a subscription sign up, step one. So I wish that was a little better labeled, I'll be honest, because it seems like, okay, so now it says all product, and the other one is seemingly also a collection of a bunch of products. I would imagine these are probably more specific to subscriptions, or maybe only fulfilled on subscriptions. But I wish they cleared that up. I wasn't actually sure if I was signing up for a subscription. But it's also, I don't really care about a subscription. I want to find the best product for me. So let's take a look at their cool coffees. So functional mushroom coffee K-Cups. I don't really want K-Cups. I want ground beans. I want whole beans. Ground coffee. Everything's ground. Bean, whole bean. Perfect. Okay, and now they finally get, once you get to the product page, which took me 3 steps to get to the product page, Peruvian dark roast, whole bean, 300 reviews, everyone's saying 5 stars. And here they have your subscribe and save pack, save 20%. This I really like. Pre-select, subscribe and save, and show people that this is the no-brainer way to buy. Why would you pay more? Easily manage, cancel anytime, delivery every 30, 60, 90 days. Get 5% off on the 3rd subscription order, extra $10 on every quarter. There's a lot of perks here. I really like how they're doing this. So in my mind, good job, Laird Superfood. One thing that I would also include on here is, no. So Laird Superfood, so this is just calling out, again, more brand drivers, subscription-specific reviews, and subscription-specific social proof. So subscribers who are in the club and using a little more social proof right at the top rather than burying the reviews way down. But other than that, I really like this. I also kind of a big fan of letting people know that you can get delivery every 30, 60, 90 days, or having flexible delivery schedules. And not having people choose the preset delivery, because right now I don't know what the preset delivery schedule is, and I'm not really going to know until I click Get Started, which actually I don't like this call to action, Get Started. I would prefer Add to Cart, because fundamentally I am still just adding an item to cart. Oh, this is not good. There's no item in my cart, and it kicked me back to the coffee. Oh no, what happened? Okay, so now it told me to add it from here. Okay, so this is not step 1. This is step 2. How did I even click into the product? Very interesting. Okay, well, speaking of, really interesting process. Okay, and then how do I proceed? This is really confusing now. So this is, I feel like I'm back at step 1. I felt like I made it to step 2. And I didn't pick my bag size from $12. Now, this is it's kind of an attempt at a Build-A-Box, and Recharge has had a Build-A-Box integrated in the last little while, but it's clearly not what Laird Superfood's doing. They've built their own kind of a collection front end, but I would advise building a Build-A-Box with a better UI. Now, the problem is that the next button is at the very, very bottom, and that's not so great. So subscription details, this is not, no, this is not very good. Okay, so yeah, sometimes big brands get the subscribe and save real bad sometimes. So use it, just simply land people add it to cart from the product page. And so we've got every 3 months, add subscription to the cart. Now I have my subscription. Now I have all these products and I can proceed to checkout. Well, complicated. Many things we have learned here. Okay, well, this wraps up another Stealing from the Greats episode. If you like, subscribe for more content and share with your friends. And if you ever have any subscription, design, or app questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will be answering them as as fast as I can. And remember, you don't have to be big to be great. Cheers.